Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live across YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. It's the final game of match day 1 at UEFA Euro 2020, and it's the first match in which two powers of European football collide. France, Germany, about to get underway in this much-anticipated Group F encounter. Right to the starting lineups we go. France first. In goal, Hugo Lloris. It's 4 at the back: Benjamin Pavard, Raphael Varane, Presnel Kimpembe, and Lucas Hernandez. And in the midfield, it's Adrien Rabiot, N'Golo Kante, and Paul Pogba. Up top, supporting is Antoine Griezmann, and then it's Karim Benzema and Kylian Mbappe. The official tonight, Carlos Del Cerro Grande of Spain. His two assistants of Spaniard descent as well, same as the fourth official and the VAR official. So it's an all-Spanish crew tonight as the coin toss takes place at midfield between the two captains, who happen to be the goalkeepers for both respective sides, Hugo Lloris and Manuel Neuer. And to the Germany lineup now, as mentioned, it is Manuel Neuer, German legend, in goal. It's a back three that Jurgen Löw has gone with: Antonio Rudiger, Mats Hummels, and Matthias Ginter. In the middle, it's Robin Gosens, Toni Kroos, Ilkay Gundogan, and Joshua Kimmich. And then up top, it is Kai Havertz, Serge Gnabry, and Thomas Muller. That's what the Germany lineup looks like tonight. France led by head coach Didier Deschamps, and then it's Germany's head coach Joachim Löw, who is in his final tournament in charge before he steps aside from the team and retires from his international duties. It's home field advantage for Germany. Can they use that to their advantage, as France are the favorites coming into tonight and the favorites to win the tournament as a whole? This game at Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany, home of Bayern Munich, of course. We're ready to kick things off, and after this encounter, every single team in Euro 2020 will have played their first match of the tournament. It's Germany kicking off there in all white, going from right to left in this first half. France, meanwhile, in their traditional blue, attacking from left to right in this opening half of play. It's a 9 p.m. local time start. Who will take the 3 points in this heavyweight battle to kick off Group F action for both teams, or will the spoils be shared? Those are questions to be answered. It's the winners of the last two World Cups facing off, two powerhouse sides, and off we go. We're underway in Munich, Germany. France, Germany. This should be good. Germany immediately sending this ball forward as it's Serge Gnabry in possession. Interesting decision by Joachim Löw to go with a back three. What's going on, Karam? I appreciate it. Yep, repping the Portugal jersey today. Portugal with a big 3-0 win over Hungary earlier. I would have been on the call for that, but I was at school during the game. But this is not a bad consolation game to call, with France and Germany facing off in the nightcap. It's now Germany in the middle, possessed by Mats Hummels. Hummels, the center back, anchoring that back line for Germany. Now it's Matthias Ginter of Borussia Mönchengladbach. Football Arena Munich is actually what the stadium's officially being called for this tournament, since the name does have a sponsor in it. UEFA did not allow Allianz Arena to be called Allianz Arena. So they're calling it Football Arena Munich officially, but I'm still calling it Allianz Arena, as that pass is poked away by Kante. Throw into Germany. What a season N'Golo Kante's had with Chelsea. What's going on, Samuel? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. You're rooting for France? All right. We'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. Oh, really? Really? Your uncle from London is from Portugal as well? No, I did not know that, Karam. I did not know that. That's awesome. Yeah, Portugal's a beautiful country. I've been fortunate enough to go there. See where my dad grew up. Here is Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger over to Mats Hummels. It's been 15 years for Jogi Löw in charge of Germany. It'll be Hansi Flick taking over at the end of this tournament. Hansi Flick, of course, who was the coach of Bayern Munich, but is stepping down from that role to take over the German national team after this tournament. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Free kick awarded to Germany. We're just underway on this Tuesday night in Group F action. And we'll see what the Germans can deliver here from the set piece. Not quite a crisis, but it's been a bit unusual from Germany when it comes to their run of form over the last few years, and it's a decent delivery, but the header over the bar. Mats Hummels getting onto the end of the service. Goal kick to France. It is home field advantage for Germany, but there's some vocal French support in the stands as well. But of course, the stands dominated by black and white of Germany. Hugo Lloris taking the goal kick for France. Benjamin Pavard winning the header. And a foul called against Paul Pogba. Pogba taking down Toni Kroos of Real Madrid. Just the left shoulder extending into Kroos, and that's a heavy challenge, but won cleanly on that left side by Lucas Hernandez. Or it might have been Kimpembe. Perhaps it was Kimpembe, who plays his club football with PSG. Germany will have all three group games at home in Munich. We'll see if they can take advantage of that. When it comes to the FIFA rankings, France 2 in the world, Germany 12. It's almost unfair that these two teams have to meet so early on in the tournament in the group stages. Of course, Portugal in this group as well. It truly is the group of death, the strongest group by a landslide. We're 5 minutes in, 0-0 between France and Germany. Here's Benjamin Pavard. Griezmann trying to find Pavard, but just beyond the reach of the right back for France. Benjamin Pavard actually playing this game in his home stadium for club football. Pavard of PSG, formerly of Stuttgart. So Pavard's really built his whole career in Germany. That's off the head of Raphael Varane. Varane, a leader of this French side. Throw in for Robin Gosens. Gosens, I believe the only player on the German roster that plays in Serie A. Gosens of Atalanta. Another throw in here. Thomas Müller takes. And unable to take it down off the chest was Kai Havertz. Havertz coming off of a Champions League title with Chelsea, of course, scored the winning goal. The only goal in that triumphant night for Chelsea in Porto just a few weeks ago in the UEFA Champions League final. And now a whistle here against Joshua Kimmich, and Kimmich shown yellow. It's an early booking to the Bayern Munich man. Late follow through on Hernandez. Looked like maybe the studs were up from Kimmich, who was teammates with Hernandez at the club level. Really on both sides, many Bayern Munich players featuring. It's only fitting that this game is at Allianz Arena, home of Bayern Munich. That's saved by Rabiot. Space opening up down the left side. It's Kylian Mbappe with his first true touches. Edge of the box, finds Pogba. He takes it down, leaves it for Karim Benzema. Benzema's pass broken up, and now Germany looking to counter. That ball deflecting off the referee, but Germany retained possession and play continues. Of course, a big storyline regarding the French national team is the return of Karim Benzema. A bit of a rift between him and Didier Deschamps that built over the years. And Benzema, I believe for about 5 years now, has not featured in the French national team, but looked like Didier Deschamps reversed course on his view of Benzema. And of course, there's no question about the talent regarding Karim Benzema, but it was only a matter of if Didier Deschamps would eventually let him back into the side. Many, including myself, thought it would never happen. But Benzema called up to the French team for these Euros, and we all know how good he is with Real Madrid. He can make a huge impact for Les Bleus in this tournament. Long ball forward, just beyond the reach of the outstretched leg of Robin Gosens. It'll be Benjamin Pavard taking the French throw-in. As I mentioned earlier, this is the final game of match day 1 at the Euros. These are the last 2 teams to have not played their first game yet, but after tonight, all 24 teams will have their first game in the books. Now for a French throw-in on the far side. Despite this being the group of death, remember, not only do the top 2 teams in each group go through, but 4 out of the 6 third-place teams also advance. So it is a realistic possibility that France, Germany, and Portugal could all go through at the end of the day. But it's no given, depending on how this group plays out. Here's Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger, who's also coming off of a Champions League title with Chelsea. Rudiger, wide for Gosens. Cutting into the middle. Couldn't connect with Thomas Müller. One back by Rudiger, however. He'll send it back to Manuel Neuer. One of the best goalkeepers in world football. France, of course, coming off of Euros in which they lost the final to Portugal on home soil, I would kindly remind everybody. An extra time game-winning goal from Eder 5 years ago, 2016 in Paris. Yeah, I know. 10 minutes in, 0-0, France, Germany, the marquee matchup in the group stage, or at least one of them, in a trio of epic Group F matches. Making a run was Müller. One back by France. Pogba running into traffic. But a free kick will be awarded to France. Serge Gnabry with the challenge. Didn't look like there was really much in it, but free kick given nonetheless. The German fans voicing their displeasure. Here's Antoine Griezmann. Kimpembe spinning away from the tackle. And now Griezmann out wide. This is Lucas Hernandez. Now Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe finding Griezmann. Griezmann's pass misplaced. Now it's Germany the other way. But it's won back nicely by Hernandez. Both teams feeling each other out in the early goings. Great to see fans in Munich after a Bundesliga season in which, for about 95% of it, went on with no fans in the crowd. Now it's in the midfield with Rabiot. Nice touch by Lucas Hernandez. France comfortable in possession at the moment. This is Raphael Varane. Varane forward for Pogba. Now it's Pavard. He'll find Varane once more. Griezmann. Into Mbappe. Mbappe dispossessed. Here come Germany. They've got numbers going forward. It's Kai Havertz, but a great recovery run. Mbappe wins it back. And now Kanté spraying it wide. A real nice touch from Benzema. And now into space, it's with Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Finding Benzema. Return for Mbappe. He'll go down. The referee not buying it. But now it's won back by the French. Knocked off the ball was Kai Havertz. Laid out wide by Benzema. That's broken up. And now the Germans once again looking to counter. Griezmann with a perfectly timed slide tackle, however. Back and forth these two teams go as Kanté turns it over for France. It's day 5 of the Euros, a tournament that is not disappointed in the slightest so far. It pretty much never does. This is controlled by Gnabry in the midfield. He'll spray it out wide to the left side with Antonio Rudiger. Now it's a ball lofted over the top. Is Mueller onside? For now he is. The flag staying down, but now it's gone up. Mueller just a little too eager. And now France will work it from the back. About a quarter of an hour played. Just 1-6 through the match. We're scoreless at Allianz Arena. Varane finds Kimpembe. Now it's Kanté to Pogba. Griezmann. Nice 1-2. Kanté gets the return pass from Pavard. Kanté once more back to Pavard. Dangerous ball across. And inside the 6, sliding into the rescue was Matthias Ginter. Corner kick to France, the first of the match. Yeah, dangerous ball delivered by Pavard from that right wing. And it sets up France's first corner. Antoine Griezmann is over to take it. This one whipped in. The header just over. Paul Pogba slamming his fist in frustration afterwards. It was a real good run. Leaping up for the header was Pogba. And it actually looked like it came off the left shoulder of the Man United man. Wonderful ball from Griezmann. Now it's Gundogan. Into the feet of Kai Havertz. Mueller trying to thread it through for Gnabry. Back out it comes. Another ball whipped in. Kimpembe clears. Now it's settled by Benzema. One back, however, by Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan had a fantastic season at Manchester City. But once again, France in possession. Rabiot driving forward. Rabiot still going. Lays it off to Griezmann. Griezmann out wide. This is Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe into the box. Mbappe shoots! And the first test for Manuel Neuer. He passes. Neuer a diving save as Mbappe went for goal. Punching it out of danger was Manuel Neuer. It will be A corner kick for France. Great strike from Mbappe, a better save from Neuer. And it's once again Griezmann standing over the set piece. To the near post. It's headed away by Gnabry. Now Pavard going all the way back for N'Golo Kante. This is Lloris. Leaping header by Griezmann, but now headed back to the hands of Neuer by Mats Hummels. Definitely a decent atmosphere in Munich with fans in attendance. I don't know the exact capacity limit. I think it's somewhere around 25%, maybe a bit more. Into the midfield, it's Ilkay Gundogan. A bicycle kick effort from Rabiot. And he actually succeeds in finding a teammate. Pogba slicing it through. And now out to claim is Manuel Neuer with his feet. And Mbappe was making the run, but Neuer was alert. And now it's the Germans on the attack. Serge Gnabry looking for support out wide. Gosens looking for the return pass, but it's intercepted by the French. N'Golo Kante will win a throw-in. Last touch by Toni Kroos. Benjamin Pavard over to take the throw-in. The Spanish referee just quickly having some words with a few players. Pavard gets it back from Pogba. Benzema lays it back. Pogba, gorgeous ball. Mbappe across. It's an own goal. France have grabbed the opener. Mats Hummels puts it into the back of his own net. France 1, Germany 0, 20th minute, and the French strike in Munich. Well, a bit of a surprise on Germany's end as Paul Pogba just delivered a beautiful ball into the path of Mbappe, who crossed it into a dangerous area. And then on the attempted clearance, Hummels got his footing all wrong, putting it into his own net. A bit unfortunate, but the ball was sent in with pace from Kylian Mbappe. And it results in the opening goal, 1-0 France. Hernandez was making the run, but in the end, it's put in by Mats Hummels, an own goal to open the scoring. Not quite how Germany wanted to see themselves concede the opener, but that's how it's gone. And now Germany will have to fight back as France get just the start they were seeking. Here's Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger out wide. Now played into the middle by Gosens. Gosens still going. Pavard with the challenge. And now won by Karim Benzema. Here is Griezmann. One back by Kroos. This is Serge Gnabry. Ball floated in towards the back post. And a complete miss hit by Gosens. Second chance. Dangerous cross. And the header just wide of the frame. Thomas Muller with the chance. And Germany nearly finding the equalizer. Well, it'll be interesting to see how Germany fight back after the own goal, because it was a decent start from the hosts. It really was, until that own goal from Mats Hummels. Halfway through the first half, 1-0 France. It's Hugo Lloris taking the goal kick. Header by Pavard. But now it's Muller sending it forward. Bouncing ball in the midfield. Gundogan gets there. Gnabry. An own goal by Mats Hummels in the 20th minute has France on top by 1-0. Germany now looking to bite back. Space opening up here. Gundogan still going, and now taken down by N'Golo Kanté. The foul occurring just a few yards outside the penalty area. And it's a free kick in a real promising position for the Germans. Yep, the trailing foot of Kanté is what brought down Hummels. And now it will be Toni Kroos, as well as Thomas Muller standing over it. A dangerous set piece, a promising one for Germany, and there are 4 on the French wall as Hugo Lloris gets his wall set. Muller steps over. Toni Kroos into the wall. Not what Germany wanted. As it comes out to midfield, the wall of France does its job. Now here is Kroos back into the middle. Let's move to Kroos once more. Pogba with the clean challenge, apparently. Kroos slow to get up. Germany retained possession. Now it's Rudiger into Havertz. Havertz out wide. This is Robin Gosens. Rudiger once more. Germany finding themselves down by a goal. Dangerous ball forward. Kai Havertz unable to control. And now it comes back out to Antonio Rudiger. Germany with a good spell here, looking to create a chance sooner rather than later. This is now Mats Hummels, who had the unfortunate own goal. Havertz keeps it alive to Gnabry. Muller goes down. Foul against Pogba. Another promising free kick for the Germans. This one a bit further out. But still an exciting prospect for the hosts. It's Kroos who is standing over the free kick, as well as Muller. Kroos took the last one. It looks like he's going to take this one as well, as Muller will go forward for Germany. Once again, 4 on the French wall. It's Toni Kroos over the wall, but off target. He sent it over the bar as well. Last time, the shot too low into the wall. This time, the shot too high over the crossbar. The German fans with a frustrated expression as they would love to see an equalizing goal. We're 27 minutes in. 1-0, France on top after the own goal from Mats Hummels. Multiple headers, eventually taken down by Joshua Kimmich. Hummels ahead for Ilkay Gundogan. Now Kroos into Havertz. Havertz has space. Too strong for Mueller. And Lloris clears. Controlled by Kimmich. Kimmich still going. Kimmich all the way to the end line. But eventually shielded out of play by Kimpembe. And there's debate as to who this went off of last. As Kimmich is arguing it was off of France last. And he certainly has a case. It looked like that was off of N'Golo Kante last. But a goal kick is given when it should have been a corner upon further replay, I should say. Here is Havertz. Now Gundogan. That's turned over by Gosens. Look at some stats so far as Pogba's fouled. The possession actually in favor of Germany, 62 to 38%. They also have the advantage in shots 4-2. Yet it's France with the 1-0 lead. Here's Raphael Varane for Benjamin Pavard. Kante out wide for Rabiot. Now Mbappe. Pogba to Griezmann. He turns. Now it's Raphael Varane. That's a wasted ball. Sailing out of play for a German throw-in. Half an hour in from Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany. A 20th minute own goal from Mats Hummels has France on top, 1-0. Thanks everyone for being a part of the broadcast as coverage of UEFA Euro 2020 continues with one of the most anticipated matchups in the group stage. One back by Germany. Neuer up the middle for Hummels. He goes wide for Rudiger. Kroos. Nice ball out wide. Kimmich chases it down. Now it's Kimmich into Gnabry. Couldn't find a teammate as his pass was picked off by Rabiot. And now France are on the attack. Rabiot into the path of Pavard. Germany looking to get numbers behind the ball. This is Antoine Griezmann. "32nd minute. Here is Raphael Varane. Griezmann Into the feet of Pogba. Pogba chips one out wide. What's going on, Rohan? Yes, I am very happy that Portugal won. Yeah, I unfortunately wasn't able to see the game because I was at school, but I saw some of the highlights, and yeah, it seemed like Hungary put up a great fight. But Portugal were able to score those 3 quick goals late. But yeah, I'm very happy Portugal won, because if they hadn't won, then my goodness, I would have been very, very angry. It was simply a game that Portugal had to win, considering that they have to face Germany and France next. Here's Paul Pogba, 33rd minute, 1-0 France. Pogba all the way out wide for Hernandez. Now settled by Benzema. This is Rabiot. Germany back with it. Bouncing ball into the middle. Play continues. Germany seeking a tying goal. This is Mats Hummels. Rudiger. Germany with a sustained period of possession here. As it's now sent wide by Toni Kroos. Kroos to the other side for Gosens. Comes back out to Robin Gosens. Into Gundogan. Now it's Kroos. Unable to thread it through. And a foul against Kai Havertz called as he took down Raphael Varane. Free kick to the French. Just over 10 minutes to play in the opening half from Munich, Germany. Final day of match day 1 in the group stage. Tomorrow we will see teams play for the second time. And a reminder that UEFA Euro 2020 continues with a triple header of action tomorrow. It all gets underway at 9 a.m. Eastern time when Finland face off against Russia. Griezmann ahead for Mbappe. Mbappe one-on-one. Utilizes his speed. Mbappe to the byline. And the cross is cut out. It's Skinter to the rescue for Germany. The Gladbach right back, denying Mbappe of getting that ball across. Now a France corner kick from the far side. Mbappe will leave it for Antoine Griezmann. We'll see what Griezmann can tee up from the set piece. This one headed away. Now it'll go all the way back for Hugo Lloris. Lloris with a long ball forward. It'll go all the way through to Neuer, who quickly shovels it out to Mats Hummels. Sorry, Joshua Kimmich. Now it's Hummels. Had the own goal about 15 minutes ago. Look at some statistics. The possession 57 to 43%. Germany in favor. And the shots as well on Germany's side, yet they trail by a goal to nil. Will they change that before halftime? Toni Kroos. Now it's Gundogan. Out wide. It's Gosens. Gosens, deflected cross. Gnabry to a dangerous area. And the half volley put wide as the ball fell to Ilkay Gundogan. An opportunity gone to waste for Germany. And Gundogan knew right away what a chance that was. Great effort by Gnabry to keep this ball alive. And Gundogan just couldn't make a clean connection. Goal kick to France. A few good half chances for Germany, but they really haven't forced Lloris to make a real good save yet. As Lloris's goal kick comes all the way back for Gosens. "38 minutes in the books." Final moments of the first half. Rudiger to Neuer. Now back ahead for Kroos. He gets bumped. Advantage played for the moment. As Kroos will find Gundogan. Now into the middle, attacking the space is Muller. Couldn't find Gnabry. The pass broken up by Kimpembe. But it's won back by Germany. This is Kimmich. Now Kroos. Gundogan holds. Now it's Kroos going wide. Kimmich taken down. Hernandez involved in the incident. And a foul will actually be called against Kimmich here. An interesting decision from the official as Hernandez clutches his face. Oh yeah, the right foot of Kimmich caught the face of Hernandez. And that's why the left back for France is down in agony. Of course, Hernandez and Kimmich club teammates, but when they put their international kits on, it's no friendly fire. Definitely a high boot from Kimmich. Perhaps worthy of a yellow card, but it looks like nothing will be shown. Kimmich claiming he was thrown off balance by the actions of Hernandez. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Hernandez seems to be all right as Lloris resumes play. This is settled by Mbappe. One-touch pass, Kanté. Benzema through to Mbappe. But sliding in was Hummels to save Germany from what could have been a real good opportunity for Kylian Mbappe. Now it's Rabiot. Out to Hernandez. Now it's Paul Pogba. Pogba, beautiful service. And now it's Benzema lofting one across the 18-yard box, settled by the chest of Kimmich and now picked up by Neuer. Not quite what Benzema wanted. Now it's Germany quickly at the other end. Mbappe or Haaland? That is real tough, Rohan. I'll answer that in a moment as this ball is clipped in. Now it's Havertz. His strike blocked by Rafael Varane. Out for a Germany throw-in. I'd probably give the slight edge to Mbappe at the moment. But then again, it's just a really difficult decision between those two. They're both special players. That goes without saying. Here's Serge Gnabry. Knocked away. Falls to Toni Kroos. His pass intercepted. France are off to the races. Kylian Mbappe. Slowing play down. Now moved ahead to Benzema. 3 minutes until we reach first half stoppage time in Munich. N'Golo Kante. Back for Raphael Varane. Now Benjamin Pavard. Fouled was Paul Pogba. Toni Kroos. Guilty on this occasion. Just a little knock on the shin of Pogba. France take the free kick. This is Lucas Hernandez. Now Raphael Varane. Time winding down in the opening half of play. 1-0 France. An own goal from Mats Hummels has the French on the board. Oh, what a nice takedown by the chest of Pogba. Pogba to the end line. Double teamed. Looking for Griezmann. Cleared out of play. It will be a France throw-in. The France faithful who made their way over to Munich from France are definitely enjoying themselves at the moment. The home supporters, not so much. As Pavard will take the throw. Some jeers from the fans as Pavard takes a little while to take the throw in the end. Pogba's called for offsides, receiving the pass from N'Golo Kante. And Pogba is pretty defiant in his stance that he was in an onside position, but clearly upon replay, the assistant referee made the right decision. He was right there as well. Seconds away now from stoppage time in the opening half of play. Rudiger starts up play again, finding Manuel Neuer. Down the left side, it's Robin Gosens. Gosens hits the brakes as Griezmann tracks back. Now Rudiger switching the point of attack, but it's beyond the reach of Joshua Kimmich. Looked like Pogba was actually enraged moments ago because he was claiming that perhaps Rudiger took a bite out of his shoulder. And I'm not making that up. They just showed the replay. And I'd like to see that again. I know, man. What wasn't necessary for Germany to take Timo? I mean, yes and no. Yes and no. There is 1 minute being added on, by the way. Seconds left in the half. Advantage played. Here are Germany. But Gnabry gave it away. It's one back by Germany, but time runs out. The first half concludes. France 1, Germany 0. Germany in Euro history have just a 1-7-1 record when trailing at the half, including a streak of 7 straight losses. Not a streak you want to have. We'll see if Germany can turn their fortunes around in the final 45 minutes, but it is France, the favorites, on top. 2 European heavyweights facing off in the opener of this tournament for both sides. It's France 1, Germany 0 at the break. Mats Hummels' 20th minute own goal has France on the board. That is the difference between the two sides. Coming up on the halftime report, I'll be looking back at the first half of this game as well as the earlier game in Group F, Portugal victorious over Hungary. That's to come on the halftime report next. Stay tuned. Welcome into the halftime report, everybody. Do I think Neuer is the best goalkeeper right now? Maybe. I might. Yeah, I'd probably say so. Although it's close between him and Oblak, in my opinion. Going over the first half highlights of this one, Mbappe had the first real chance of the match, save made by Neuer. Then moments later, in the 20th minute, a beautiful service from Pogba, setting up a chance at the back post for Lucas Hernandez. His cross put into a dangerous area and an own goal from Mats Hummels. An unfortunate sequence for Germany, which would put them down by a goal. However, Germany, looking for a response minutes later, would have Thomas Muller's header go wide. It was really the best look for Germany in that first half. The French actually just had 43% of the possession, but despite that, they do hold the 1-0 lead at the break. Not really unexpected, as France were the favorites coming into this match, and it's playing out that way so far, although Germany have looked decent through the first 45 minutes. In fact, before that own goal, they were actually, creating some opportunities. They didn't have any real good looks, but it was decent up until that point from Germany. Thank you, Igor, for joining the broadcast. Yep, Hummel scoring a nice goal for France. Exactly. Thank you for tuning in over on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, upper 90, man, upper 90. Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for Mats Hummels as he put that one into his own goal. And yeah, I know, Karam, the NBA draft lottery is in a week. I'm sure you're nervous as a Thunder fan. But focusing back to this game, it is France with a 1-goal lead at the break. Yeah, 2 goals from CR7. You already know Cristiano Ronaldo with a big performance today. I'll be getting to that after a quick break. Now, there was an incident where it appeared as though Antonio Rudiger bit the shoulder of Paul Pogba. Just a bizarre sequence, a Suarez-esque type of situation. And Paul Pogba was not happy after that, but it went unnoticed by the officials. Rudiger a bit fortunate after really a wild act on the pitch. After the break, when the halftime report continues, I'll be going over highlights from the earlier game in Group F. Portugal victorious over Hungary. That's to come. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the halftime report, everybody. Thanks, Carlos, for joining the stream. As 3-0 Portugal got the win earlier, and that's actually what I'm going to talk about right now. Carlos believes France is going to win. It's looking that way so far, but still a whole nother half to go. And in that Portugal-Hungary game, it would be a deflected goal that finally got them on the board very late inside the final 10 minutes, and then the floodgates would open from there. Ronaldo with a penalty kick goal, and then in stoppage time, Cristiano Ronaldo with one more goal, just for good measure. 3-0 Portugal in the end with a comfortable victory, although it was a far from comfortable match for the Portuguese, but they get the job done. And Cristiano Ronaldo with the most Euro goals all time now with 11, officially surpassing Michel Platini, who had 9. Alan Shearer with 7 rounds out the top 3 of that list. So Cristiano Ronaldo continues to break records, and it was Portugal with a 3-0 victory over Hungary, a game in which they were, of course, expected to win. They got the job done. Now the focus shifts to Germany for Portugal, who will have Germany, then France in this group of death. Group F in these Euros. The last group to get play underway. A reminder that tomorrow the Euros roll on, a triple header of action. As we'll see 6 teams in action for the second time this tournament. Finland-Russia gets the day underway at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Then at noon, it's Turkey versus Wales. And then the nightcap at 3 p.m. pits Italy against Switzerland. An own goal from Mats Hummels has France on top. A whole nother half remains from Munich, Germany. It's France 1, Germany 0 after 45 minutes. 45 more minutes still to play, as the second half is coming your way after this quick break. Welcome back. It's the start of the second half from Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany. France 1, Germany 0, as the hosts in Germany find themselves down a goal after an own goal from their anchor at the back, Mats Hummels. France in the advantageous position, but still 45 more minutes to play. As I appreciate all of you who have stopped by to tune in for the broadcast. Yeah, exactly, Carlos. Portugal have tough games on the way with Germany and France on the calendar. So we get set for the start of the second half. Both teams return to the pitch. Of course, this one a very significant game, even though it's just the first one for both teams in Group F. It'll go a long way, this result, in determining what the standings will look like and which teams will go through and who will finish where in this very intriguing Group F. France will kick off the second half. They're going from right to left. Germany now going from left to right. France in the all blue. Well, with red socks, I should mention, and Germany in the all white. Start of the second half, no changes made from either manager. It's the same 11 on both sides as we started. And off we go. France kicking off with the 1-goal lead. It's Paul Pogba. He'll find N'Golo Kanté. Now Lucas Hernandez. Back to Presnel Kimpembe. Kimpembe to Varane. Benjamin Pavard driving forward. This is now Rabiot. Rabiot into the feet of Hernandez. Once again, Kimpembe for Hernandez. In UEFA Euro 2020, 21 of the 28 goals have been scored in the second half. Exactly 75%. It's been all about the second halves so far of games here in the Euros. That's where all the action has truly come. Rabiot ahead for Mbappe. Mbappe streaking down the left wing. Mbappe in on goal. Cutting to his left foot. Gets caught up underneath. Mbappe still with it. Looking for options. It's defended real nicely by Matthias Ginter. Now it's back to Pavard. Paul Pogba now. That's turned over by Kylian Mbappe. And now Manuel Neuer going out wide. That is not controlled by Thomas Müller. Hernandez will take the French throw-in. Benzema's header back out for a German throw. Kimmich quickly takes all the way back for Manuel Neuer. Early second half, France has the 1-goal lead. It's now Ilkay Gundogan. Back for Rudiger. It's one back by Raphael Varane. But it's a short-lived spell of possession for France. Havertz has it knocked away. Still kept alive by Germany. Moved all the way over to Ginter on this right side. Ginter clips it forward, but off the mark for Gnabry, and it's claimed by Hugo Lloris. Lloris, who of course is the goalkeeper for Tottenham at the club level. Longtime Tottenham keeper. Thanks everyone for stopping by this afternoon or this evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Across the back line, it's Mats Hummels. Gosens into Gnabry. Sorry, that was actually Gundogan. Now that Müller looking for Gnabry, but it's won back by the French. Pavard with a pass to Benzema, who is under pressure, was taken right back from Mats Hummels, and now France are off to the races. But a heavy final touch from Rabiot. And the swooping clearance from Ginter will go all the way to Hugo Lloris. Offside, indeed, was Kylian Mbappe as he received that pass. But looking at the replay, I'm not so sure about that decision. It looked like Rudiger perhaps kept him on. Did I used to like Real Madrid? I've always been a Real Madrid fan. They're my favorite team in La Liga. As this ball is clipped in, headed away by France. Down went Mbappe. No foul. France continues on as Paul Pogba take a few dribbles forward. Foul called against Germany. Hansi Flick, by the way, who will be the new manager of Germany at the end of this tournament, is actually in attendance, a front row seat, taking things in at Allianz Arena, where he's coached Bayern Munich the last few years. That's a great through ball. Adrien Rabiot's in. Rabiot off the post at the near side. Adrien Rabiot with a glorious opportunity to make it 2-0 France. Perhaps he was offside originally, trying to slip that one into the near post. And Neuer was definitely committing to his left, which left space open at the near post, and Rabiot rifling that shot off the post. France, mere inches away from taking a 2-0 lead. Instead, it remains a 1-goal game. Here's Ginter. Back for Manuel Neuer. Now it's Rudiger. Yeah, Joshua Kimmich started out on the right-hand side, but he's now playing a more central role in the midfield of Germany. Toni Kroos going wide, finding Ginter. That'll be something to keep an eye on. Rudiger. That cross from the left-hand side is dealt with by N'Golo Kante. In steps Hummels to win it back for Germany. This is Kai Havertz. On the left wing, it's now Ilkay Gundogan. Here comes the cross. Gnabry just over the bar. Germany's best look yet. And Serge Gnabry so close to finding the equalizer. A really good service in towards the back post. And then Gnabry unable to put the ball into the back of the net. It took a big bounce over the crossbar, and Gnabry putting his hands into his head afterwards. A golden chance. Gnabry, who's had much success with Germany, 16 goals in 23 international appearances with the German side. And he was so close right there. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Gnabry in tight space, and Kimmich is fouled. Conte taking him down. Free kick to Germany. Well, there's been some promising signs for Germany despite trailing. It's been a solid start to the second half, and the home fans, I should say, have reason to be optimistic as Toni Kroos will deliver the free kick. In-swinging ball, popped into the air by Hernandez, and Lloris tracks it down. He'll throw it ahead to Pavard. Germany will have to track back. Here's Paul Pogba. That's a lazy pass and a clean win by Robin Gosens. However, France quickly win possession back. Glorious slide tackle. And now it's Havertz in the middle. Havertz back for Kimmich. It's Joshua Kimmich. French jerseys all around him, and it's now won by Benzema. Benzema unleashing Mbappe. It's Mbappe, edge of the box, looking for options. But the cross off the shin of Hummels, and the looping ball is claimed by Neuer. This game really starting to open up. 55 minutes played. It's 1-0 France after the Hummels own goal back in the first half. Here's Havertz. Great ball into Muller. Shot is blocked. Havertz couldn't get through. A crucial intervention there from Kimpembe. But now losing possession for France is Hernandez. Great ball. And Gnabry making the run, but getting all ball was Hugo Lloris. And now Kimpembe's attempted clearance deflected out of play. And in the end, it will be a France goal kick. Well, Hugo Lloris coming in at the perfect time. Definitely got all ball. As Serge Gnabry tried to poke it around the French goalkeeper, I should say. Wow, what a chance. Germany really all over France in the early stages of the second half. Not something that was particularly expected, although France have had their good looks in the second half, most notably Rabiot hitting the post. And as I mentioned, this game really starting to open up. Here is Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger feeds it into Gosens. Now it's Ginter. Gundogan finds Rudiger. 57th minute. We'll make it 58th as we continue on in the second half, and France hold on to the 1-goal lead. Gosens to Müller. France clear only as far as midfield. Now it's Mats Hummels. This is Kai Havertz. Havertz out wide. Kimmich the cross. And now it comes out for a chance. And the shot goes off of the German who was down, in which was Robin Gosens, who happened to be in an offside position, I believe. Well, what a sequence this was for Germany. Dangerous ball across. Gosens making the run. Pavard went down, and Gosens did as well. Yeah, Pavard knew he was coming, and yeah, he took a knee to the head, it looked like. Benjamin Pavard down for France. Yeah, that's a really scary situation there, actually. So Benjamin Pavard is down. He's attended to by the medical staff. Really the first injury of the match. And so Benjamin Pavard is up to his knees at least, but clearly still in discomfort. Looking on the replay, I'm not sure if he was knocked out of conscience. He could have been. Now he's up to his feet. He'll obviously have to be thoroughly examined by the medical staff. So Benjamin Pavard will be looked at. We'll see if he'll be able to continue. We've reached the hour mark. 1-0 France. And oh, no worry, Rohan. No worry. Yeah, I do think he's the best goalkeeper right now. I do. I think it's close between Neuer and Oblak, to be honest. I still would probably give the edge to Neuer, in all honesty. And it looks like Benjamin Pavard will remain in the game as he jogs over to the sideline. Appears ready to continue. He'll be led on in a moment by the referee. Half an hour to play. And it's France by a goal. Germany possess in the middle of the pitch. Pavard's wave back on. Here come Germany. Through ball. Kai Havertz making the run. But getting there first was Hernandez. Corner kick to Germany. It's Joshua Kimmich standing over the corner. Looking to take it quickly. Out-swinging delivery. Glancing header to clear. Last touch by Pogba. It'll be a Germany throw-in on the far side of the pitch. Kroos takes it into Rudiger. Kroos into Ginter. Low ball handled by N'Golo Kante. Now it's Kylian Mbappe. Sending it off of Matthias Ginter. It will be a French throw-in. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. The most anticipated matchup of the tournament up until this point. That goes without saying. As France have a 1-0 lead over Germany in this Group F encounter. Kroos. Now it's headed back to I should say Ginter by Kimmich. Here's Havertz. Havertz finding Kimmich. Put it into a dangerous area, didn't he? Varane there to clear. It will be another Germany corner kick. Can they capitalize on one of them? Joshua Kimmich with the outswinging ball in. It's over the head of everyone. Now it's Neuer beyond midfield controlling the ball. Down the left side, it's Robin Gosens. Germany, the better side, quite marginally here in this second half so far. Now Havertz turns, trying to feed Gnabry. One back by Rabiot. But it's Germany once again threatening. The cross from Gosens was deflected into the hands of Hugo Lloris. Germany playing with confidence, however. Here's Lucas Hernandez. Rabiot to Varane. Now N'Golo Kante spinning around, looking for options. This is Adrien Rabiot. Now France with a spell of possession, 65th minute. Now it's N'Golo Kante. Kante still going. Beautifully done. Pogba feeding Griezmann. Now to the other side. It's Benzema. Benzema going for goal. His effort blocked. Mats Hummels in the way. A relatively quiet night for Benzema and Mbappe so far. And after 65 minutes, it's a 1-0 France lead. Hummels' own goal in the 20th minute is the difference between the two sides. That's turned over by Germany. Rabiot looking for Mbappe. It's won back by Germany. This is Paul Pogba. Pogba clipping one wide. This is Mbappe down the left side. Mbappe onto his right. Little hesitation. Now the shot. Kylian Mbappe with the goal. It's absolutely brilliant, but it will not count. The flag on the far side has been raised. And the moment of brilliance is chopped off as Kylian Mbappe, looking at the replay, appeared to be just offside. Just absolutely dancing on the ball. Sending Kimmich for a loop. But it will not count. 1-0 France, still the score. As they thought they had a second. But Germany provided a lifeline. And it did look like the assistant referee made the right decision. And VAR quickly confirmed as well. Here is Ilkay Gundogan. One back by Paul Pogba. No foul. A clean win by Pogba. And now Griezmann will go back to Raphael Varane. A reminder that the Euros continue tomorrow. It's Group A action at noon Eastern time when Turkey and Wales face off in Baku. Here is Hernandez. 3 quarters through the match in a tightly contested contest. Well, that sounded silly. Tightly contested affair, I should say. Here is Paul Pogba. Back to Pavard. Hugo Lloris. Germany needing a goal. That's one back by Antonio Rudiger. Nice step to the ball. Müller bumped off the ball momentarily, but Germany retained possession. This is Ilkay Gundogan. Wide for Kimmich. Now Ginter for Hummels. Rudiger for Gosens. Back for Rudiger. Germany extremely patient at the moment. Havertz to Gnabry. Now Kimmich, edge of the box. The cutback is cut out by Kimpembe. Corner kick to Germany, and it looks like the first substitution from either side is about to be made. Leroy Sané receiving instructions from Jurgi Löw. That change will be made in a moment, but first it's Kimmich delivering the corner, and the header popped high into the air by Rudiger and claimed by Lloris. Lloris looking long immediately. Here's the punt, dealt with by Matthias Ginter. And once again, Germany on the front foot. This is Kimmich. What's going on, Bargov? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it was a rough day for Portugal. But hey, they got the result, so we go forward from here. Hopefully, as that cross from Kai Havertz is blocked by Hernandez. Corner kick to the Germans. And now it looks like Leroy Sané will enter. Maybe not quite yet, as Toni Kroos is looking to take the corner kick. Yeah, I didn't get to watch the game, Bargov, because I was at school during it, but I saw the highlights, and it definitely looked like a frustrating game until finally they got that breakthrough goal, and then things just opened up completely. 20 minutes left in this one. France 1-0 up on Germany. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by. This is Joshua Kimmich. Kai Havertz trying to chase that ball down, but Kimpembe is first to it. Now the clearance up the middle is won by the head of Ginter, but France once again back in possession. It looks like, as well as Leroy Sané, it's Timo Werner set to enter. The possession has been 57 to 43% in favor of Germany, yet it's France with the lead on the scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, Germany have been solid tonight. They're just in the attacking third. That final execution just hasn't really been there. They really haven't created as many chances as they should have by now with all the possession they've had. And now Matthias Ginter is down for Germany. And by the looks of it, it appears as though he'll be forced to make way. We'll see. Mbappe, meanwhile, clutching the back of his head. So a temporary stoppage in the action as Ginter is evaluated. Looks like it's his right leg. That's the issue. Well, it's certainly been an interesting game from the start. Not really a dull moment. I don't know about that, Rohan. I mean, what if Timo Werner comes in and scores? What if that happens? I know it's unlikely, but you never know. Another entrance as well. Emre Can is set to come on. So it's three changes here from Jurgi Löw. Or it looks like they'll hold Can for the moment, but he is set to come on. Or maybe not. Maybe Can was set to be Ginter's replacement, but it looks like Ginter will actually be able to continue. So Timo Werner will replace Serge Gnabry up top. We'll see, Rohan. We'll see, man. You never know. Crazy things can happen in football as Kai Havertz off for Leroy Sané. So those are the two changes made by Germany. Didier Deschamps, meanwhile, yet to make a substitution for France, as we are nearly 75 minutes in. This is Benjamin Pavard. Lost by Conte after the heavy touch. Now it's Müller. Müller into Werner. Werner's first contribution, and the cross is handled by Hugo Lloris, I should say. This is Kimpembe for France, who hold on to the 1-goal lead, but it will be a nervy ending if the score stays this way for France. Matthias Ginter back to this ball. He finds Rudiger. A quarter hour remains. On the right wing, it's Kimmich. Kimmich back for Hummels. Now Antonio Rudiger. And going back to my point on the lack of scoring chances for Germany, they've yet to register a shot on target. They quite literally have not tested Hugo Lloris in this game so far. That has to change in the final 15 minutes. Here's Gundogan, knocked away by Pogba. It will be a throw-in for Germany. Quickly taken by Ilkay Gundogan. This ball settled by Kimmich. Kimmich to the end line. Turning around, crossing. That's handled by Lloris once more. The services from the flanks just haven't been as good as they've needed to be from Germany. It's a long punt from Lloris. It'll go from goalie to goalie as Neuer heads it forward to Ginter. Kimmich settles. Now it's back for Ginter. To the other side, it's now Antonio Rudiger. Getting into the final stages of this match between France and Germany, much anticipated battle between two European heavyweights. Ginter, a touch inside. Now a direct ball forward from Kroos. Headed away by Varane. Pogba to Mbappe. Benzema unleashing Mbappe. Look at the pace of Kylian Mbappe. He's in on goal. A tackle from behind. And all ball, says the referee. Mats Hummels with a fine recovery as Mbappe took off. And now a shove to Werner. And that was no foul, according to the referee. Play continues. Wow, what a sequence that was. I mean, Kylian Mbappe has quite the engine. He, from, I'd say, 4 yards behind Hummels, just put on the accelerator and flew right by Hummels, getting around him, and was in on goal for a moment until Hummels recovered with a perfectly timed challenge. He had to put that challenge to perfection. He did just that, or else it would have been a penalty kick and maybe even a red card in that circumstance. Lloris across midfield. That pass from Rabiot is cut out. Now it's back with Varane. I'd like to see that tackle once more from Hummels. That's turned over by Lloris. Gnabry into Werner. He turns it over. Benzema the takeaway. Now it's Pogba. Ahead for Mbappe. Mbappe holds. Benzema. Back to Mbappe. Mbappe to the end line. Crosses. Dealt with by Hummels. That's out. No, it will stay in actually on the far side. Pogba on the ball. Pogba, quite the move. But Kroos stays with him. And now Pogba goes down. Kroos with a steal. Pogba a little bit too cheeky there. Now it's Werner. And that pass off the mark as he and Gosens were not on the same page. A costly mistake at this stage of the match. 80 minutes played. And going back to that Hummels tackle, let's see here. Wow. I mean, that is the definition of a perfect tackle. His leg, or his foot, I should say, going between the legs of Mbappe and getting all of the ball. That was quite fantastic from Mats Hummels. Here's Leroy Sané. 10 minutes in stoppage time remains. Now it's into Gundogan. Kroos looking wide. Stumbling was Pogba. He'll now find Griezmann. Pogba with a wasted ball. That will trickle out of bounds. Or to take the throw in is Matthias Ginter. What an ending we should be in store for, as France have the 1-0 advantage over Germany. This is settled by Kimmich. And a foul called against Lucas Hernandez. There's still time left for Germany, but they failed to register a shot on target. Here is Gosens. That was knocked out of bounds by Antoine Griezmann. France haven't made a single substitution. We'll see how much longer that stays true for Didier Deschamps. Here now is Hernandez. Now Kimpembe under pressure. And you will win a free kick. The French fans are certainly excited at the prospect of 3 points in their opening game. But the celebrations will have to be on pause just a little longer. As Germany win it back, Toni Kroos out wide to the other side with Gosens. 83rd minute now. As Gosens finds Rudiger. The possession remains 57 to 43% in favor of the Germans. Total attempts 9-4 Germany, yet no shots on target. Germany also at the edge in corner kicks 4-3, but they trail in the game. Kimmich finds Ginter. Ball across, sent away by Pogba. One back by the Germans, however. Once more to Kimmich and Ginter. Sliding in was Griezmann. Out for a German throw. $13,000 in attendance at Allianz Arena at a limited capacity because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but at least there are fans Fans in attendance for every game at the Euros across the continent. Anywhere from a small percentage to 100%, like we saw earlier today in Budapest. Pogba has had 3 through balls tonight. Germany as a whole have just had 2. What a stat that is, as the pass is turned over to Paul Pogba. Griezmann, a chip forward for Pogba. Pogba sending through Mbappe. The flag stays down for now. Mbappe across. There's the finish. It's a second goal for France. Karim Benzema surely has put this game to bed. An 85th minute goal from Karim Benzema. It's France 2, Germany 0. And for all of the possession Germany had, they were never able to find their opening goal. And then France make them punish. It was awfully close as to whether Mbappe was onside or offside, but the flag stayed down throughout. Mbappe with the unselfish pass across, and Benzema with the finish at the back post. A 2-0 lead. The goal will be checked by VAR to confirm that it was indeed a legal goal. But no, it won't count as offside has been called. So no goal for Karim Benzema and France. It was a rather quick review as well. So Kylian Mbappe actually offside. The French fans not too pleased. And Germany provided a lifeline once more. So it stays 1-0 actually. And that changes the scenario drastically. 86 minutes played. So the Hummel's own goal remains the only goal of the match. Germany are set to make some more changes. France still with their starting 11 out there. Here is Kimmich down the right wing. Cutting back for Müller. Shouts for a handball, and it will be called against Rabiot from just outside the box. Free kick on the way for Germany. Struck the right arm of Adrien Rabiot. And here comes a pair of changes for Germany. Now Emre Can will enter. Matthias Ginter will come out. And the other change we'll see Robin Gosens exit, as Germany will have a set-piece opportunity with 3 minutes to play. Yeah, this could definitely be Germany's best chance yet. Absolutely. Can they take advantage? Leroy Sané and Toni Kroos both standing over the ball. 2 on the French wall. Sané! No. Over the bar from Leroy Sané. Another underwhelming free kick. The Germans have had a couple of real good looks from set pieces. And going back to that offside call as the Benzema goal was chopped off, looking at another replay with a line, it certainly was the right call. Mbappe just a half step offside. And now France are set to make their first change. Karim Benzema's night comes to a close. And it'll be Corentin Tolisso entering. Tolisso plays his club football in Munich for Bayern. By the way, Gosens' replacement was Kevin Volland. Time is running out for Germany. 90 seconds left until the 90-minute mark. As that's out of play for a for a German corner kick as it went off of Corentin Tolisso of France. What an ending. In Munich, it's Toni Kroos. First one to it is Griezmann. The header comes out to Emre Can. Can finds Leroy Sané. It's Sané to Can. France locked in defensively. Bouncing ball into the box. Rudiger couldn't settle. And now it's Griezmann who turns it right back over to Toni Kroos. Kroos into Ilkay Gundogan. Now on the right wing. It's held up by Müller. And unable to settle with Kevin Volland, I should say. Gnabry came out earlier, excuse me. Goal kick to France. We are into the 90th minute. A verdict on stoppage time will be coming momentarily. Meanwhile, down for France is Adrien Rabiot. "90 minutes played. 1-0 France. Can they hold on for the victory?" As we await the word on stoppage time. And now Rabiot down again. The German fans absolutely furious. And it looks like we now have the word on stoppage time. 6 minutes will be added on, and probably a bit more, as Rabiot will be attended to. And this will take a large chunk of time off the clock. Rabiot is to his feet. He does appear to be okay as he walks off to the sideline. Play resumes with a France goal kick. And climbing up the back of Pogba is Can. Rudiger now to Hummels. A tight contest and a thrilling ending here at Allianz Arena. This is brought ahead by Emre Can. Can looking wide. It's fed into Joshua Kimmich. Now Müller into the middle with Can. Ahead for Sané. Sané onto his left foot. Couldn't get through. Now it comes out to Kroos. Out wide for Kimmich. Rabiot on his tail. Müller going for the nutmeg on Hernandez. But Hernandez is there, clearing only as far as midfield. A nervy ending for France. It's won by Kimmich. Now it's Müller. Müller towards the penalty spot. Put the ball into a dangerous area. France clear. Another Germany throw-in as we are approximately midway through stoppage time in the second half. Here is Emre Can. Can clips one forward, and that's beyond everybody. France will take their pleasant time on the goal kick. No hurry at all for the side who lead by a goal. Going back to the Mbappe offside. Another real good look being shown to tell you clearly that the right decision was made. It looks like Dembele will be entering. for France. Rabiot making way. So Ousmane Dembele will make a late appearance for France. Yeah, it's been a decent game. You were rooting for Germany. Yeah. As a Portugal fan, I was rooting for a draw. And it could still happen. There's still time left, about 90 seconds. Here's Kroos. Sané lost his balance, and it's turned over at a costly time. France with a throw-in. Hernandez up the line. That's off of Kimmich. Not the way Germany wanted this game to end here. Maybe there is one last chance for the Germans, but it's running out in a hurry. Throw in up the line once more by Hernandez. He'll now settle. Over to Mbappe. Back with Can. He'll find Manuel Neuer. It's Antonio Rudiger with about half a minute to play in Germany down by a goal. Kimmich to Can. Germany simply have to get forward now. Can into Sané. Sané fighting against Kimpembe. Down he goes. Play continues. But the cross had too much pace from Kevin Volland. And that surely is the last opportunity for Germany tonight. A disappointed look upon the face of Jurgi Löw. Goal kick taken by Lloris. The referee allows play to continue. We're entering the 7th minute of stoppage time now. This is sent forward by Neuer. Back with Paul Pogba. Pogba just blasted forward. Mbappe making the run, but Neuer is there at the edge of his box. A long punt from Manuel Neuer. Bouncing ball. Werner is near. Headed by Varane. And that's too far ahead of Müller from Kevin Volland. Goal kick to France, and surely that is it. And it's really been that kind of night for the Germans where the final product just has not been there. The France fans in attendance starting to celebrate. Flicked on by Pogba. Last touch by Germany, and a France throw-in. We're into the 8th minute now of stoppage time. The final whistle inevitable now. It's coming any moment. Pavard the throw-in. Griezmann offside. But it does not matter. That is it. France 1, Germany 0. The full-time score. It was quite the match between two of the European giants. But in this group of death, it is France who come out victorious. 1-0 the final score. It wasn't easy for the French, but they get the job done in the end. Yeah, the referee definitely let that game stretch out all the way to the 98th minute, but it eventually concludes in France grabbed 3 points in their opening game. And now Germany will have a crucial match against Portugal on Saturday evening, once again in Munich, where all of Germany's group games will be. A 20th minute own goal from Mats Hummels. In the end, the difference. It was really an even battle between these two sides, but France come out victorious, the favorites with the victory. Yes, good night to you, Rohan. And yes, in your country, good morning. Yeah, I don't even know what time it is where you are, but yeah, I know it's sometime in the middle of the night, approaching the morning. Yep, it's only 4:56 p.m. where I live. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciated, everybody. France victorious. 3 points as they join Portugal atop of Group F. Thanks everybody for tuning in, tuning in, I should say. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back for more Euro coverage as the week continues.